Yo, what's going on, guys? Let me dim this down. Back with another one. Gonna update you guys on what's happening so far with the agency. So, haven't posted a video in a minute, but it's all good. So recently, I had an influx of meetings. Right, I had like 4 or 5 meetings, and on that, I was able to close 4 deals. Right, four on performance-based deals. Right. So in total, I had 4 clients at the time. Right. Prior to that, I onboarded one. And then in that process, realized that this client wasn't qualified, so had to lose that client, right? Had to drop him because just realized that it wasn't financially a smart risk on my end as well for my team as well. So with that being said, right, dropped one, and then so as the month is ending, right, um, hadn't heard back from like the 2 previous clients. Was waiting to onboard them, right, and then I had this one client that was with me. I signed at the beginning of August, so as August was coming to an end, we were able to get the client results initially that we signed in August, right? But I talked to the client. I was like, "Hey, look, what are your thoughts? This is what we made you for the month, and I want you to stay on for another 2 months." They're like, "Yeah, sounds good." And then recently, like a day ago, they're like, "Hey, look, we don't want to stay on." Boom. So I lost that client, right? So now I'm in the process of onboarding one client, and I'm just waiting for another client to respond to get them onboarded. So right now, onboarding one, in the process of onboarding one, and then in the process of waiting for the other one to get onboarded. These 2 clients are at performance-based deals, and I get 10% total revenue. So there's no cap. If we're able to scale these clients to 100K, right, that's 10K per client. That puts me at 6 figures. So a lot of optimism on my end, but of course I'm still grinding, still hustling, and still trying to prospect and still trying to get meetings. So on my end, right, just talking to my mentor, talking to people, and as well as I invested into this community, right, to learn. I'm with students in a similar space as me, and I'm seeing other students who joined the program at the same exact time as me, right. I'm seeing these students not only take what they've learned and invest it and grow, but these students are now at 10K a month. So I've seen them go from 0 to 10K. So for me, I felt like in the group, I was one of the I would say top performers, the ones that's getting a lot of stuff done, and then I always had like another student that was killing it. So it's cool seeing the feedback come full circle, right? Taking what you learned from a mentor, implementing it, and then seeing the results thrive and cherish. So the fruits of labor are finally coming together on my end, right? For me, it's just a matter of getting meetings booked. Um, I'm by all means right not content. I'm still grinding. This is a great start, right? Finally, I'm getting leverage. Recently, every month I've at least had a client. So the business is growing. My team is solid. We're able to get results, and communication is great. So I'm able to take a couple case studies and implement that, and then I'm gonna use that to release like more posts in groups so I can get more active in there and get more meetings booked. But other than that, the month of September, I want to sign 2 more clients, right? Having these 2 clients, having them onboarded and then getting ads active for both these clients, right? Having 2 more at a performance-based deal, I could easily bring in, what, 30K revenue per month for the business off of just 4 clients alone, right? If we're scaling these businesses to 100K. And now, more than ever, it's an incentive to bring on more clients because Q4 is coming up. And with that being said, right, a lot of these ecom brands hit their biggest month on Q4, and so there's a lot of optimism. And ultimately, I've just been patiently just waiting to like stack and hit like the month where I just boom break through and bring on like 4 or 5 clients in one month. And I feel like that month's coming. I thought that month was in August, but like I said, 2 clients dropped, and then it is what it is. But I'm looking for that one solid month where I bring on like 4 or 5 clients, and it just puts me over at 10K because and I feel like it's coming up because Q4, right? Everybody's been in-house COVID and all that, dealing with that at the beginning of the year. So as things are opening up, things are starting to move, things are starting to progress. People are now getting somewhat optimistic, but I know in the economy's going for a little turn down. So With that being said, I think Q4 is going to be huge, and ultimately, right, I need to. I think these coming months are going to be the months where I bring on that 4 or 5 wave of clients, because just talking to everybody else, mainly the things that are going to push you forward in business, right, that's going to make your business progress is the small day-to-day actions, right, staying to the principles, sticking to the basics, and then just implementing the fundamentals. So, with that being said, I don't think it's difficult, right? Typically the journey of entrepreneurship is that you just keep going. You really don't. There's no stopping point. Really, it's just a lifestyle now. For me, I've been doing this for about a year and a couple months, so this is just like every day. I wake up and then boom, I'm focused on the business, seeing what I need to work on. I see what clients are saying. I see what feedback I need to do, what I need to implement, what I need to change, right? So I'm in a constant state of analyzing and evaluating and ultimately taking action. So in the state of mind, I'm always constantly thinking, constantly improving, constantly moving, trying to move the needle forward, because I'm not at that 10K month mark. I'm not at my goals. And for me, there's really no ending point. I don't see myself quitting. I see myself at the desired destination. I see myself at that 6-figure mark. And it's just a matter of time catching up to where I'm at, right? Ultimately, just time giving me the ultimate desire, giving me the vibration, everything that I'm vibrating to, and ultimately just waiting for me to develop to obtain those goals, right? Obtaining that business, or obtaining the characteristics and qualities in order to build a business that can generate 10K a month, that can generate $1 million a year in revenue. So with that being said, I'm on this journey, and I just compare. For me, right, I've in times where months are slow, right, clients are slow, nothing's really happening, I go back to where an entrepreneur, how I was a year ago, right? How much I've progressed overall. I think I've done like a complete change as an entrepreneur, right? I've changed. Not only has my sales skills improved, right? My sales skills has farly improved, more significantly, right? I was able to close like 4 clients in 4 meetings, right? Have a 100% closing rate, right? I was able to convince like people that had objections. I'm able to convince them to purchase, right? So that in itself, the sales side, I'd say as well, the communication as a leader, as a owner, right? Being able to communicate with your team, being able to communicate with your client, balancing that relationship. I feel like that's a really strong suit in my chink of characteristics of qualities as identify as myself, right? Thirdly, my knowledge in Facebook ads, right? My knowledge of media buying, it's continually to grow as I'm managing client to client. A year ago, I didn't know what the hell, how to manage a Facebook. I didn't even know how to onboard a client. So now, just seeing that whole progression just change. I didn't even know how to use Zoom. So, just seeing my shift, my business, and my journey as an entrepreneur just completely grow. I feel like, yeah, I should by the end of 2021 be near my goal, or if not, way past my goal. So with that being said, a lot of optimism. I always stay in this mind frame of optimism, because ultimately, if once you have the ability to control your thoughts and ultimately have them invoke a certain emotion, when you're trying to when you attach an emotion to a certain business or framework that you're working towards, right? Something that you're building, doesn't seem like there's no end, because you're constantly building, you're constantly renovating. So on your end, every single day you have your purpose to work towards. So every single day you wake up in the morning, you're like, this is another day. This is another. I think I'm glad I woke up today, and it allows me to have time to go and obtain my goal, to go take action, to go build my uh, properties, go build ultimately my desired purpose, and ultimately what I live for. So for me, right, building this business, trying to get out of this 9 to 5 cycle, trying to work for myself, right, at 19, trying to be financially independent, financially free, where I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. That's my calling, that's my purpose. So for you guys, right, it's important to find that purpose and ultimately just work towards it and just stay focused. So with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this content, more content coming soon.